So take a step. Are we together? Take a step today that this thing that has been bothering me. Let me take a step. That one step you take one day. If you take it tomorrow, you will always remember that I thank God I did. And with that, your business has started. And you become an employer. You become an employer of labor. Can also, if you have insufficient market research, that can affect the outcome of your market analysis. If you're unable to do the correct research, it will affect the outcome. So it is important you have a diligent, sufficient analysis in order. So if you don't do that research, you will be coming out with the wrong. That's the beauty of what the situation now. That marketing now is not, you can't sit down in your office and do it. No, you go out and get facts. Plus or minus, you get result. Are we together? We sat together and brainstormed and came up with this, and we are seeing results in University of Port Harcourt Business School. It's not a guesswork, and that is what is. Then again, lack or inadequate risk management. That's, yes, sometimes the risk associated with your operations and activities are not properly articulated. So either you blow it beyond proportion or you don't even address it. And that is a factor. So if you don't capture it correctly, you have a problem. Because the risk factor must be dealt with and provision made available on how to deal with it. And with that now you can regulate. But these are the things that make the business plan fail. Wonderful business plan, the roadmap is there, but these things will now derail this plan. Consciously or unconsciously. Then we also misrepresentation of value proposition. Yes, there is a marketing. The value proposition is what the customer and the value, these are two, the customer and the value you are giving to the customer must be related. There must be acceptance of that value. If the value, if for instance, you painted something and the customer catches on it, thinking it's what he's perceived to be, and suddenly he's not seeing it. That's a problem. Are we together? You have a product. Remember, we said that how you make your money is exchange of what? Value. But that value, he has seen it and jumped up. Suddenly, when he opens it, he's no more seeing that. That's too bad. Of course, that's the end of it. Because the market speaks. There's a communication channel that moves. And you know the wrong things move faster. Have you observed that? The wrong things move faster than the right things. And so once that is done, once that misrepresentation of that proposition becomes a problem. So these are some of the things that can make a business plan to fail. Remember, we said it's a roadmap. So once these things are not there, that roadmap will be derailed without your knowing. Why? Because, of course, there are pitfalls that have made it not to. Sometimes deliberate, sometimes not. But whatever it is, whether it's deliberate, that's why there must be a conscious effort to cross-check and make sure that you are on track. So that the business plan has failed. Is it the end of the program? Is it the end of the plan? No. It shouldn't be the end. Should it be the end? You can see that it can be resuscitated. You can see. You can get it back to life. And so that's what we are seeing. And how do we do that? These are the things you need to do. So you take note of the business plan where it has failed. At the end of the day, again, the business plan can be reviewed by taking positive action on those things you have identified. Once you do that, you can see if you can see what is happening to this young man here. That's what is happening to the business. They are trying to diagnose to know where the problem is. And once it's identified, in the next few minutes, you see this man coming back alive. That's standing up. And that's how the business will just, yes. Miracle. Yes. So that is, there are other things we need. Be simple, adaptable, and flexible in the course of implementing the revived business plan. Be simple, adaptable. Of course, we have mentioned this in the course of as an entrepreneur, which we are. Flexible. These are the things. Then there are other positive actions which will include identifying the sources of the failure. Trying to do, where is the problem? Try to find out where are them, or until you get the problem, like this, the illustration we have here. You can see they are trying to identify the areas, the real thing. Once you identify, you can now administer. You cannot administer Panacea, and it will, if it's Panadol, and you are giving for running stomach, the person will die now. He will die, isn't it? So that's why the way it is in the. So give the right. If you do the right diagnosis, you get the right and give the right pill. It will solve it. Then other positive actions we can take. Identify the sources. We have said that. Then engaging experts where necessary. Engaging experts. You can't know it all. That's why in the beginning, you remember we said relationships, relating with each other. In the business world, there's need for you to interact. If you go to them, you go to those you need to go to. Let them know that you are part of the market. And once they know and you have an issue, share it. One advice can provide solution. You are not master of all. So that's why it's a cartel. They know themselves and they share ideas. So when you have such problem, you share it. There are those who entered into the business before you, and they may have passed through this same road you are passing now and you are falling. They tell you there's a pothole there. They are the ones who will identify the pothole. The pothole may be there, but you are not seeing it. But they have passed through it, so they will see it more than you are seeing. So relate with them. With that, you will see yourself coming out of the wood. Then you have generate essential metrics that will align with the business goal. Of course, you have set a goal already, and so whatever you are doing will be geared towards that particular goal. Very important. Then what needs to be updated in the business plan? Update. Like I said, the source of your information, if it is obsolete, you will get a result. But how relevant is that result is another thing. Are we together? Yes, definitely you will get. Somebody took a data of the 60s and 70s and ran it. And is coming out with it something. I said, what will you do with this thing? Okay, if we interpret it, your interpretation is correct. But how relevant is it in the present reality? It won't be relevant. Definitely it will not. And so it's important to be more realistic in whatever. So these are among other things, that's what we have. And now they will have come to the end, and with this, can you now start a business? Huh? Can we now start a business? Is there any consciousness to start? Or have you thought of something before now? Have we thought of anything before now? Oh, each time it comes, it goes. Each time it comes, it goes. God is telling you to do something. Coming and going, God has done his part. You know, I said at the beginning, we said that most times we Christians, we want to live, take what God, you know, in the equation of life, we said it. God's area is constant. It's our own that is dangling.
Yeah.
And so take a step. You must take a step. That today, this is what I'm going to do.